Hello, my name is Frank Barnes. I'm joined here by best-selling author and wealth-building guru James Altucher. James has been getting a lot of attention for what he's called the AI 2.0 wealth window. James is showing how Americans can get in on the potential next AI winners with as little as $144. And he predicts this will be bigger than the crypto market boom.
Actually, I really think it's going to be 10 times bigger than the crypto market boom. And by the way, I'm very positive on crypto. I think Bitcoin is an amazing innovation and invention, but AI is going to change every aspect of how we do everything in our lives. It's going to change the world completely.
10 times bigger. Thank you, James. In fact, you've targeted the AI stocks you believe could turn a modest $10,000 stake into $1 million or more in just a couple of years, but only by getting in on the next generation of artificial intelligence, what you call AI 2.0, before the window closes on August 12th, 2024. That's truly incredible. What a life changer $1 million would be for almost any American.
Sure.
Especially those of us over 50. I want to talk about what AI 2.0 is and why you believe this specific wealth window will close on August 12th. And you've even said you'll give away one of your top 5 AI stock picks.
That's exactly right, Frank. I'm going to give away one of my top 5 AI stock picks here today. I'm super excited because I'm so glad we were able to put this broadcast together so quickly, because the world is changing fast and people are going to need the information that we're going to talk about today to catch up and to stay part of what's happening.
But I want to ask you about something you just said. You said this could be 10 times bigger than the crypto market, which is an astonishing claim. I mean, we all watched as thousands of people became almost overnight millionaires from investing in crypto. Is the opportunity you're sharing today really that big?
Absolutely. The opportunity that I'm about to share is immense, Frank. And again, nice to be here with you talking about this. Again, I'm so glad we get this chance.
It's an honor to have you, James.
What I'm going to reveal here today, though, AI 2.0, is being created by the largest wealth building opportunity that the U.S. has ever seen. AI is now predicted to be a $15.7 trillion boom market by 2030. I actually think that's conservative. I think the number is going to be much higher. But just that 15.7 trillion, that's more than 10 times bigger than the crypto market currently is. And today I've identified those AI opportunities I believe that could take a $10,000 investment to $1 million or more over the next few years. I also have more speculative picks that you could get into for as little as $144. These opportunities could end up netting you big returns.
And I know your predictions have a sneaky habit of coming true.
I mean, that's nice of you to say, Frank. Hopefully, it'll continue to be in the future. But I have a feeling you're referring to Bitcoin, and it's true. Yes, I did predict its success. I was on CNBC all the way back in 2013 talking about Bitcoin. A single Bitcoin was trading for just $114 back then. And as we all know, over the next few years, Bitcoin's value exploded by over 64,000%, topping out at almost $74,000. Anyone who listened to me then and rode it to the peak in March of 2024 could have turned a $2,500 investment into more than $1.6 million.
It wasn't just Bitcoin, though. You've made a lot of bold technology predictions that have come true. And you've often done it years before the mainstream experts. For example, all the way back in 1997, you predicted the rise of video streaming services. In 1998, you predicted how the internet would change the world. In 2007, you actually went on TV to say Facebook would be a $100 billion company.
Oh my gosh. People were laughing at me so hard. I was on CNBC and they had this non-stop video of Jeff Bezos just laughing while I was giving this Facebook prediction. And, the rest is history.
You were right. You sure were. Then in 2011, you predicted the stock market had bottomed and announced it was time to buy. And of course, in 2013, you predicted the success of Bitcoin when it traded at just $114. You were right about all of these. And there are examples, many more examples, but today you say you're making your boldest prediction ever between now and August 12th, 2024. Next generation AI technology will open a wealth window that could be the biggest wealth building opportunity of our lifetime.
That's correct, Frank. And you know, I'm not trying to be sensationalist by saying this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetimes. Already, since AI has gone somewhat mainstream in the past couple of years, we've seen so many industries and so many aspects of our lives change. But again, we're just in inning one of this. And I admit, I do take some pride in my predictions coming true. It all has to do with predicting what are the big, massive societal innovations or trends that are happening, and then what are the right stocks or opportunities within those trends. Both sides of that are difficult, but, and look, I hate to brag about how I've been doing this, but there's really an important reason why I agreed to be here.
Why are you here today, James?
Because I believe every good American deserves the second chance that is starting right now. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Here's what I mean. You've worked hard all of your life. You provided for your family. You paid your taxes. You did everything you were supposed to do. And then, I don't know, maybe you watched from the sidelines as thousands of these, I don't know what to call, snot-nosed geeks got rich on cryptocurrencies. In fact, some estimate crypto turned 100,000 investors into overnight millionaires. Are you kidding me? But if you weren't one of them, I don't want you to have that fear of missing out. I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so unlucky. It didn't happen for me. Because I'm sharing the most valuable prediction I've ever made. Between now and August 12th, 2024, an event will happen in our country that will make the crypto boom and any other prior boom seem like a ripple on a pond. In comparison, this second chance opportunity to get in on a brand new technology will create a tidal wave of new wealth. Like, again, every other technological boom before this, but this is the biggest. And at least it will create this wealth for those who know what to do. You could be, you should be one of the lucky ones. I'm even going to give away one of my top 5 AI picks in a moment, but August 12th is approaching quickly. And I worry that too many people will miss out this last time.
What do you mean by this last time?
Frank, if I'm right about this event, this is our generation's last chance to get in on a game-changing technological advancement. We're not going to see anything like this again in our lifetimes. It took our whole lifetimes to get to this point. Again, the AI market will be 10 times bigger than the crypto market, 10 times bigger than all of the dreams for the internet. But most Americans will have no idea on how to capitalize on this opportunity. And I'm worried many people will decide, oh, let's just wait and see. I don't know. They'll sit back, and already they're sit back and they're going to watch Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos all get richer, and they'll miss out. I've been writing about investments, and I've been a professional investor for over 20 years. I don't want to see this again. I really don't want anyone watching right now to miss out on this. My research tells me that this last chance opportunity that I will reveal here today, this AI 2.0 wealth window, I believe is going to slam shut on August 12th. Instead of sitting around watching everybody else do it, you could potentially turn $10,000 into a life-changing $1 million over just a couple of years. Now, should I get right into it now, Frank? I mean, I could start.
I can't wait for you to show us exactly what we need to do. And I know you'll reveal everything in just a minute, but I want to make sure everyone watching knows exactly why so many people trust you on this prediction. You've become a bit of a household name because of your 3 best-selling books on wealth creation, including Skip the Line and Choose Yourself, which USA Today called one of the 12 best business books of all time. You managed the Wall Street hedge fund Formula Capital. You were a partner in the $200 million venture capital firm 212 Ventures. Your podcast, where you interview people like Mark Cuban and Richard Branson, has now been downloaded more than 40 million times. Heck, in 2015, LinkedIn even once called you one of the 4 most influential people in the world, right after Bill Gates and Richard Branson.
Which is, by the way, ridiculous, but I am grateful that LinkedIn did that. I didn't even have to pay anyone.
But I'm not sure that everyone out there realizes you are an expert on one thing above everything else: artificial intelligence.
I mean, that's true, Frank, and I see all these talking heads on TV talking about AI. I would bet you 6 months ago they didn't even know the first thing about AI.
I want to get into the AI 2.0 wealth window opportunity and how smart Americans can get in on the $15.7 trillion AI boom market. But would you mind telling us quickly about your background in AI?
Sure, I can do that. Listen, I've been fascinated by artificial intelligence since I was a child. And almost 40 years ago, let's say specifically about 37 years ago, I first started working in AI technology. This was back in 1987. I was an undergraduate at Cornell University. I wrote a scientific paper on AI, and I was really surprised. I submitted it to a big conference. It got published. And because this was unheard of for an undergraduate student, it gave me so many opportunities after that. I was 20. They invited me to present my paper at the conference on automated deduction in Kaiserslautern, Germany. It was my first time in Germany.
Sounds just like a trip to Disney.
Well, for me, it was in a way, because it was the most prestigious AI conference in the world, and I was by far the youngest person there. But my presentation went so well, I was invited to speak on AI at more conferences and more universities. And after college, I went to graduate school at Carnegie Mellon University to study AI. And that's where AI was first invented in the 1950s. And as a grad student, I helped work on what became IBM's Deep Blue, the chess-playing computer software that beat the best chess player in the world at that time, Garry Kasparov. IBM even offered me a job at the time, but I turned them down because I wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because of a girl who broke up with me 3 months later. So I should have taken the job, but they made the offer.
So that's why you turned down IBM.
I mean, you always have your priorities at different points, but I always had a ton of ideas knocking around in my brain. So I ended up starting and then sold several tech companies. I sold one for $10 million, another for $15 million, and I used that money to become an angel investor in several startups like Buddy Media, which was a company related to social media in the beginnings of all the social media stuff. Buddy Media was then acquired by Salesforce for $689 million. People started to notice that I seemed to have a knack for recognizing big trends, big investment opportunities. That allowed me to start my own hedge fund on Wall Street using an early AI tool that I wrote myself. It actually became the basis of my first book, Trade Like a Hedge Fund. I also manage another successful hedge fund. And today I really am on a first name basis with nearly every big hedge fund manager in Manhattan, as well as every major venture capitalist in Silicon Valley. I really straddled both worlds, Wall Street and Silicon Valley, and there weren't a lot of people doing that then.
Thanks, James. I think it's really important for our viewers to know your background in AI. So let's get into the good stuff right now. Just what is this Last Chance wealth building event?
Well, I'm talking, of course, about investing in artificial intelligence, or AI, and this is important, I'm not talking about ChatGPT or OpenAI or any of the trendy AI applications all over social media and the news. No, I'm revealing something here not many people are aware of yet, but that will soon transform our economy, our lives, and our entire society forever. The next generation of AI, or as I call it, AI 2.0, and this is important, AI 2.0 isn't some future dream. Much of it is already here right now, and more coming to the market every single day.
So what does this mean for our viewers?
Frank, because of my AI research that I'm now predicting, whether you're a seasoned trader or someone who has never invested a nickel, getting in on the right kind of AI 2.0 during this event could be an extremely profitable decision for anyone over the coming months, if you know exactly what to do, and if you avoid the two big AI investing traps that I'm going to show you in a minute. But I want to be clear on how big this is. For now, just ignore crypto, just for today. Let the Bitcoin junkies stress over every rise and fall. I am about to show you how a wealth-building opportunity like AI 2.0 hasn't happened in America for 150 years. I now predict that before August 12th, 2024, a brief AI wealth window will open that can allow investors to just pad their accounts with cash, to really legitimately increase their net worth by many times, even if they have only hundreds to invest.
James, they're estimating AI will become a $15.7 trillion market by 2030. The opportunity is clearly enormous.
If you ask me, they're thinking too small. I now predict AI will be the first $100 trillion industry. There will be trillions of dollars available to those who know how to take advantage of the AI opportunity. When this wealth window cracks open in the coming days, if you know exactly what to do, I predict you could get in with as little as a $144 stake. If you were on the outside during the dot-com money grab of the late 90s, or if you failed to buy in on Bitcoin before it took off like a rocket, I have very good news. AI 2.0 will be bigger than crypto. Heck, this is going to be bigger than the internet.
You're not alone in saying this. Before the interview, I pulled up a few quotes from some of the leading figures in tech. Elon Musk is quoted saying, AI is probably the single biggest item in the near term that's likely to affect humanity. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, went even bigger. He said, AI is more profound than electricity or fire. Jeff Bezos of Amazon is all in too. He said it's hard to overstate how big of an impact AI will have on society over the next 20 years. And Mark Cuban recently predicted the world's first trillionaires are going to come from somebody who masters AI.
I mean, I believe him, Frank, but it's not just the elites. We don't want, again, the Jeff Bezoses and Elon Musks to be the only ones who benefit here. The public is fascinated by AI. I mean, think about this. From its launch date, it took Netflix 3.5 years to reach 1 million users. Let's take another company, Twitter. It took Twitter 2 years to reach 1 million users. Facebook was a bit faster. It reached 1 million users in only 10 months. That's all impressive, right? But guess how long it took for ChatGPT, the first public-facing AI interface, to hit 1 million users? It took just 5 days. 5 days for ChatGPT to claim 1 million users. And that's just astonishing. Within 2 months, ChatGPT was at 100 million users. This is the thing. This is not hype. Like, internet took so many years to reach that point because there was a little bit of a hype factor. It had to grow into the hype. But for AI, the reality is actually already greater than the hype. People don't even understand at this point to the extent of the power of AI. And look, I think ChatGPT right now is closing in on its first billion users.
But is that translating into revenues?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the market is now exploding. In 2020, $271 million was invested in AI. Just 2 years later, that number has shot up by 1,000%. In 2022, investors pumped $2.5 billion into AI stocks. In 2023, that number 10x'd to $27 billion. And in 2024, guess what? That number is already over $1 trillion. And all of it is driven by the exploding market, exploding revenues for AI. But the truth is, AI is, I don't even want to say it's still in its earliest days. It's not even begun yet. Last year, less than 4% of companies reported using any kind of AI. But I will tell you, every company right now has as its most important mandate, how can we use AI to improve efficiencies, improve our business, generate more revenues, more profits, less costs? It's incredible what's happening.
Less than 4%. That's surprising, James.
Frank, that's actually the best news I have for our viewers. As of right now, as you're watching this today, you are still ahead of the biggest investment opportunity in American history. Think about what I'm saying. Have you ever missed out in the past? Imagine if you had gotten in on some of the best performing stocks of the last few decades. If you'd invested just $144 in Apple right from the start in 1980, your little investment will now be worth $198,000. Or let's say you'd invested more. With a $10,000 stake in Apple, when it first went public, you'd be like as rich as a lottery winner, sitting on $13.7 million. Or what if you had bought into Amazon early on? In that case, your $144 stake at the start would now be worth almost $250,000. What? $144 to $250,000? But a $10,000 Amazon investment over 30 years. Imagine if you just randomly were checking your online accounts, you forgot you'd invested that $10,000. You would be seeing $15.8 million in that account right now.
With that kind of wealth, you'd never think about money again. You'd live comfortably and independently forever. And that much wealth would ensure the long-term security of your children, close friends, even your heirs. Imagine how grateful they'd be.
Exactly, Frank. And it doesn't necessarily take decades to see huge gains either. Think about another top performer, Tesla. In May 2019, just a few years ago, you could have snagged a share of Tesla for just $12. Cut to November 2021, when shares were trading for $407. That's a 3,031% gain in just 30 months. If you had played it perfectly, a $1,000 investment would have turned into over $30,000, which sure beats, I don't know, any bank or bond I've ever heard of. Now, these examples were unusually strong, and there's no guarantee of this kind of performance. But if you think about Amazon, Apple, or Tesla, my point is major technological innovation often drives massive investment returns. Getting in on the beginning of a trend and getting in on the right stocks has exponential sized returns. And again, like I said earlier, AI is bigger than all of those prior trends.
That's exactly what we're talking about here with AI 2.0, right?
Exactly. I predict certain new AI technologies will create the biggest investment opportunity of our lives. And I don't want anyone watching this to miss out on this opportunity. That's why today I'm revealing a blueprint for investing in these new AI opportunities, including giving away one of my top 5 AI investment picks. I want everyone watching, I really want people to get in early before the amateur traders out there even sniff the real opportunity, before Wall Street takes all the profits, before Silicon Valley takes all the profits. No one has to regret sitting on the sidelines while someone else claimed your fortune. And if that's happened to you before, consider this your second chance, because AI 2.0, this is going to be more significant certainly than any tech breakthrough I've seen in my lifetime. AI is Edison's light bulb. AI is the internal combustion engine. It's splitting the atom. Or maybe honestly, maybe it's bigger than all of these combined.
Is that really true?
Frank, I am now watching companies coming to the market with new AI-driven technologies that will absolutely transform our society. Here's just a fraction of what we'll soon see. Did you know a new pharmaceutical drug typically costs $10 billion to develop, and then 90% of them fail in clinical trials? There's a new AI tool out there that can identify potential drug molecules 1,200 times faster than current methods. This will slash the cost of drug development and bring more better drugs to market quicker and cheaper for the consumer. In fact, an advanced AI program recently created a new cancer drug in just 30 days. This will absolutely revolutionize medicine. And I'm not talking about 30 years from now. If you fast forward 2 years, our healthcare medical system is going to be completely different. It's like we're in some science fiction future because of AI. And as the expense of making these drugs plummet and the speed of development increases exponentially, prepare for a flood of amazing new drugs to hit the market. There's still so much more. I'm so excited to talk about this, so thank you again for coming out here. We've all read about how advanced AI will soon make safe, self-driving vehicles a reality, but it's not going to be just autonomous cars. AI technology will drive trucks, delivering goods around the country, and even pilot cargo planes and spacecraft. And by the way, that filters through the whole system. People are worried about inflation. Well, all your goods are going to cost cheaper to ship, so inflation will go down. It's going to help every part of society.
AI in outer space, huh?
Yes, I mean, look, let's switch gears to something that hits even closer to home. Are you sick of changing passwords every few months and you're still getting your accounts hacked? AI is going to solve that as well. AI-powered systems are being developed that will know it's you online simply by the way you type. And AI-driven facial recognition cameras in your devices will provide an additional layer of security. This will make any kind of hacking and identity theft almost impossible. And stopping online criminals, I mean, I don't even know how people are going to fight AI if you have bad intentions. These are just a few tiny examples of AI technology that's already here, by the way, or in its final stages of development. But this is all just the tip of this giant AI iceberg. Education, manufacturing, e-commerce, transportation, government, entertainment. There is not one single industry that won't be revolutionized by AI. And of course, getting in early on the best AI innovations could be like, it's going to be better than getting in early on Tesla, Apple, Amazon, or even Bitcoin before Joe Public had even heard of them. And while very few investments go on to see extraordinary returns like these, I'm going to show how I have now targeted AI stocks I believe could turn $10,000 into $1 million over the next few years. So if your retirement accounts aren't flush, the opportunities you're about to get could help you see those accounts grow from this AI boom.
James, I follow the markets daily, and while AI
I feel sorry for you then.
well, it's part of my life. And while AI is clearly hot, not every AI stock is a winner. Can you explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. Most AI investors, even the so-called experts, they're getting it all wrong. ChatGPT, OpenAI, all the other trendy public AI programs, the applications making those lifelike pictures on social media and writing music that sounds just like famous artists, and the program churning out entire college term papers in minutes, yes, they're fun, they're impressive, but they're kind of part of the hype that we're seeing and feeling right now. I'll show you in a minute how this first generation of public-facing AI will soon feel as obsolete as an America Online CD-ROM. Now, you're old enough, you'll know what a CD-ROM is. Some of the audience won't. Suffice to say, it's an antique.
That's fascinating. Now, James, you're saying the experts out there are getting it wrong?
Big time. In fact, if you get it wrong, investing in today's early AI programs could be a financial disaster. I'm talking about possibly losing all of your investments or even wiping out your retirement savings. It's what I call the AI paradox. And here's what it is. AI will create the largest investment opportunity in modern history, and making a fortune from AI should be as easy as shooting fish in a barrel, but many investors, even these so-called experts, will lose money. That's the paradox. AI is going to transform the world economy in a million different ways, and savvy investors should make easy money on AI. But despite what all the so-called investment gurus are saying, most people will not see any kind of substantial gains.
Can you tell us why that is?
I'm going to do better than that, Frank. I'm going to show our viewers exactly why that is, but also how to help make sure it won't happen to you. Listen, you're about to be, I think, some of the most informed people in America. And I believe what you're going to see today will allow you to be one of the fortunate few who capitalizes on the real AI opportunities. You see, I've now identified those AI 2.0 stocks I believe could turn as little as $10,000 into $1 million over the next few years, potentially changing your entire financial circumstances for you, your family, your heirs. I'll show you everything here about the coming AI wealth window and how you can still get in on it. But that's not all. To show you I'm serious about helping you get in on this opportunity, I'm going to give away one of my top 5 AI 2.0 stocks right here for free. I'm completely serious. I don't want you to pay me a dime for this top 5 pick or any of the information for that matter that I'm sharing today.
That's amazing, James. I've never seen this kind of value given away for free before. You could just keep this information for yourself and make a mint. Why are you giving it away today?
Easy. I refuse to let good people, good Americans miss out this time. I've seen it over and over again. I worked in the internet in the 90s. I worked in social media in the 00s and mobile later and crypto and Bitcoin after that. And if, like me, you're over 45 years old, I am sure this is your last chance. I can't even imagine. I don't foresee another wealth building opportunity like this in our lifetimes, and possibly not for another 100 years or more. So I implore you, don't ignore this chance. In fact, if you just give me one more minute of your time, I'm going to reveal my 3 AI predictions that could change your future and the futures of your family and your heirs.
James, your predictions come true at an astonishingly high rate.
I got to knock on wood.
I can't wait to see what your big 3 AI predictions are. Will you show us them now?
Of course. My first prediction is one I've made already in this interview. A new kind of AI, AI 2.0, will crack open a brief wealth window in America. And I believe the opportunity is starting right now as we do this video. And it's going to end, though, on August 12th, 2024. And I predict this wealth window will allow regular Americans to make substantial gains, not just the elites. I am so sick of that. This has happened only once before in our country's history. And if you follow the blueprint I'll show you here, you could get in on a $15.7 trillion market boom.
Okay, that's a big one. What's your second prediction?
I predict that, look, most experts, and I use experts loosely, most experts will be proven dead wrong about what is coming. They're in it they think this is just like, oh, some hype stock market phase. They don't realize the fundamental societal changes that are being created by AI. And even better, I'll show you my own proof why I think this wealth window will happen. And I'll show you why the mainstream is clueless about it.
This is great. I'm excited to see that. What's your final big AI prediction?
I predict if you follow the blueprint that I'm going to show you here, including me giving the one top 5 AI 2.0 pick that I'm giving away today, it could be possible for you to turn $10,000 into $1 million over the next few years. I'll also show opportunities how you can get in starting with as little as $144. This should happen for you even if you don't know anything about technology or investing. I'm also going to show you how to stay safe from the 2 AI investing traps that will spell doom for many investors. So keep watching to avoid making these 2 mistakes that could ruin your chance at these gains. And I just want to say, I know I just outlined these 3 predictions in very broad terms. We're going to get more specific. We're going to talk about the specific opportunities.
No time like the present. Right, James?
No time like the present, Frank. So let's do it all right now. Starting with why most AI investors are going to fall flat on their faces. In fact, for many, AI investment could end up feeling like a swindle or even a con job. Why? Because historically, we've seen this before, when it comes to groundbreaking new technology, the first generation is immediately obsolete. Remember surfing the web using, I don't know, Netscape or Mosaic, or doing an internet search with Alta Vista or Lycos?
I do. It feels like ancient history, though.
Exactly. And just like those early generation technologies, today's first batch of public AI programs, what I'm calling first generation AI, they're dumb, they're gimmicky, they're full of glitches.
Dave Waters is an AI pioneer. I remember him saying, a baby learns to crawl, walk, and then run. We're in the crawling stage when it comes to applying artificial intelligence.
Yes, that's exactly it. And in fact, here is something no one is telling you. All of these brand new AI programs that your kids and grandkids are playing with, the underlying technology, it's been around for years or even decades in some cases. We were simply waiting for the computing power to catch up. Now that it has, they're already obsolete.
That makes a lot of sense to me, James. But if all the fancy stuff out there is practically obsolete, what's coming down the pike?
That's the question of the day, Frank. And my experience and research tells me the next phase of AI, this AI 2.0, is where the real opportunity lies. And it's coming right now. Fact is, AI is reshaping the global economy as we speak today. It will be impossible to sit on the sidelines for this one. And if you don't get in at the right time, you and your family could suffer. And I don't mean this in this doom-saying way, but you want to make sure you're in place to benefit. And soon, I mean, look, every industry is changing. Soon, 1 to 3 lawyers using AI will be able to do the same work as 10 to 20 lawyers can today. And while I don't expect many of us will cry over fewer lawyers, many other jobs and even industries will disappear entirely. In all, it's predicted that 8 out of every 10 American jobs will be affected by AI, and a full 25% could be replaced forever. This is why you need to know about AI regardless of how you invest, but some estimate 300 million jobs could be lost to AI.
Does that mean AI is bad news for our economy, though?
Not at all. Next generation AI programs will speed up product development, reduce time to market, allow for enormous innovation in manufacturing and production. AI is going to send our country's productivity soaring, allowing the U.S. to outcompete third world labor for the first time in decades. And after all, with every major work-saving innovation throughout history, as jobs were lost, even more were created. AI will be no different. New industries will be created. New jobs will be created. Where are the Smith Corona typewriter makers working now? Or the horse and buggy drivers? Where are they working? They ultimately found new jobs, new industries to create, new economies to build. In fact, the World Economic Forum predicts that 97 million new jobs will be created by 2025 as a result of AI. Bill Gates agrees. He was quoted as saying, AI is just the latest technologies that allow us to produce many more goods and services with less labor. And overwhelmingly, over the last several hundred years, that has been a great thing for society.
Do you agree with that sentiment fully?
I absolutely agree with it. I mean, you just look through all history for examples of this, and very soon, I predict an AI-driven technology and manufacturing boom will line the pockets of those who got in early. In fact, consulting from PricewaterhouseCoopers estimates that by 2030, again, AI is going to add a staggering $15.7 trillion to the global economy. That is more than the combined economies of the world's 2 most populous countries, China and India. But as I said earlier in this broadcast, I think they're being conservative with that number. I think AI will be the first $100 trillion industry.
James, what about those people who claim AI could become sentient, begin thinking for itself, and eventually wipe out humanity?
Frank, that is a great plot for a sci-fi movie. Maybe we should write it, but you cannot be afraid. I went to a dinner of a bunch of physicists and physics writers and scientists. They were all afraid of this exact same thing. Oh my gosh, AI is going to eventually be the Terminator. But what they don't understand is the programming. AI has no ability to go rogue, to think like to suddenly wake up and be conscious, and it's never going to be that. Remember taking statistics in high school?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Well, in a nutshell, and I'm being very 50,000 feet high, that's all AI is. What appears to be thinking or conscious reasoning is simply a very, very sophisticated form of statistics at work. AI programs are fed a huge amount of information, billions of pieces of data or more. The software absorbs it, organizes it using statistics or neural networks, which is in a weird way a form of statistics, then spits back the information that is statistically the best answer. That's it. The programming is very clever, but AI can never become sentient like a human. Think of it this way. No, AI will not enslave humanity or cause nuclear war, but it will likely be the best assistant you could imagine. AI will crank out mundane tasks. AI will increase worker efficiency in a million different ways. That's how it will transform our lives and the global economy. It's the dawn of a brand new era for humanity. AI is a technological breakthrough unlike anything we've ever seen or will see again in our lifetimes. And that's why AI is such a huge money-making opportunity if you know exactly what to do.
I know Elon Musk has already put billions into AI, and he's launched a new AI business, X.AI. Amazon has invested $4 billion in AI, and those are the smaller players. Mark Zuckerberg's company, Meta/Facebook, plans to invest $40 billion into AI. And Chinese tech giant Tencent has already invested a staggering $70 billion into AI.
The irony of a company called Tencent putting $70 billion into AI almost certainly shows how important AI is, but still all of this pales when compared to Google, who is committed to spending $100 billion on AI in the coming years. And they have to. They're going to lose their competitive advantage to AI. And Microsoft, who is rumored to be building a $100 billion AI 2.0 supercomputer set to launch in 2028. Sure, these are some of the wealthiest people and most powerful companies in the world. And as always, the rich will get richer. There's nothing that will stop that. But I predict, because of the nature of the AI 2.0 revolution, a brief window will open for us, for regular people, to enjoy substantial new wealth. And again, imagine investing in Apple when it first went public in 1980, before its stock skyrocketed in value by over 216,000%, or getting in on Amazon in 1997 before it exploded by 250,000%, potentially turning $10,000 into $25 million in the next 27 years. But Amazon and Apple have more than just massive returns in common. They were both technological innovators. They disrupted an existing market, and finding those innovators is the secret to life-changing returns, because AI is going to disrupt every market, every business, all of society on the planet. And I predict that the next generation of AI 2.0 being released right now will open this wealth window that closes on August 12th. This window will create opportunities even bigger than Amazon, Apple, Tesla. And look, I've now identified those AI opportunities I believe could take a $10,000 investment to $1 million or more over the next few years. And I also have more speculative picks that you could get into for as little as $144. These opportunities could end up netting you big returns, or invest a lot more with the blueprint I'm going to share today, and you could find yourself sitting on a substantial retirement account, or wealth, or security, freedom, whatever it is that you want money for. This is the key moment.
So how big could this get, James?
Frank, it's going to be so big, I mean, it's going to blow our minds. Actually, I believe the impact of AI 2.0 on our economy will be so monumental, it will usher in a second Gilded Age. You see, the best tech investors know that every 10 to 15 years, there's a brief period of major technological innovation. This innovation then drives huge gains that are available to regular Americans. I mean, most recent, of course, was the crypto boom a few years ago, when up to 100,000 investors suddenly found themselves wealthy beyond their dreams. Before that was the dot-com frenzy of the late 1990s, when new millionaires were being minted almost overnight. And if we go back a little further than that, in 1982, newly invented personal computers and disk drives created a white-hot bull market for everyday investors, and so on, back through history, with a new tech boom appearing around every 10 to 15 years. But 150 years ago, something different happened, something much bigger. In 1877, a technology-driven wealth window cracked open in America.
I wasn't a big fan of statistics, but I loved history class. You're talking about America's Gilded Age.
Exactly, and during this time, driven by major technological advances, the U.S. economy rose at the fastest rate in history. By the way, the fastest rate in history for almost any national economy over the past several thousand years. So in the Gilded Age is when America became a world leader in technology. From 1860 to 1890, 500,000 patents were granted for new inventions. That's 10 times the number granted in the prior 70 years combined. And I'm talking about game-changing technological innovations at the time. The light bulb, the telephone, the airplane, the automobile, the Kodak camera, just to name a few. So, okay, that's the history lesson, but here's why I'm bringing it up. Because for once, the Gilded Age wasn't just about the rich getting richer. No, this is when regular people got in on the tech boom, and some of them used the opportunity to secure unimaginable wealth. Like Andrew Carnegie, raised in a one-room cottage. He made $1.20 a week as a 13-year-old bobbin boy in a clothing factory. At 20, Carnegie convinced his mother to mortgage their home to buy 10 shares in a railroad business. And he eventually turned those early dividends into a fortune that would be worth about $309 billion in today's dollars. Or Cornelius Vanderbilt, who quit school at 11 years old to work on a ferry. He loved it. He went on to build a shipping and railroad empire that would one day make him one of the wealthiest men on earth, with a net worth of over $200 billion in today's money.
And Rockefeller, of course.
Of course, we can't forget John D. Rockefeller. His father was a con man who left his family penniless. So at 16 years old, Rockefeller becomes an assistant bookkeeper in Cleveland. His wage was $16 a month. At 20, he began investing his measly savings in oil, and he was very, very good at it. And eventually, Rockefeller became America's first billionaire. In fact, he may have been the richest person in modern history. Like, at one point, his fortune was about 2% of the entire American economy. Today, that would make him worth about $500 billion.
That's more wealth than Musk and Bezos combined.
That's right. And the time in which these men made their fortunes is called America's Gilded Age, because it was a period of just great wealth and innovation where regular people could improve their station in life. That kind of wealth revolution had only happened this one time until now. I believe that the economic opportunities being created right now by AI 2.0 will usher in America's second Gilded Age. We're going to have the next wave of Carnegies, Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, and so on. Just like the railroad and automobiles did away with horses and carriages during the Gilded Age, AI is going to radically transform our economy and society.
Oh, how so, James?
Well, for example, I predict American manufacturing is going to sooner rather than later leave China and make a triumphant return to America, thanks to AI-powered robots. The technology is being developed right now, and I'm talking about, among others, Elon Musk's Optimus robots. These robots are autonomous workers embedded with a smart AI brain. Musk is going to use thousands of them in Tesla factories. I mean, Tesla's going to become a robot company more than it is a car company, and he has plans to expand to making millions of these robots that'll send around the world. In fact, he claims the robots will be ready to sell as soon as the end of 2025. AI robots will make it cheaper to manufacture goods here in America than in China, and they'll create new American jobs in construction, maintenance, transportation, management, and more. Musk believes the potential of these robots is almost limitless and could soon exceed Tesla's current revenues. He's even said his robots have the potential to be used in homes to make dinner and do housework, care for the elderly, or become a buddy, or, okay, this sounds ridiculous, but even a romantic companion for lonely people.
A romantic companion?
It might sound strange, but you know, searches on Google for AI girlfriend went up 2,000% last month. And so who knows what people are doing. But look, I've learned not to bet against Musk's vision. And again, this is just one of the ways AI 2.0 is going to transform our economy and society. There are so many others. Christian Hammond, chief scientist of natural sciences, said that in 15 years, 90% of news will be written by machines. By the way, I think that's going to be next year, but okay, between next year and 15 years. Advanced AI will soon be doing much of the work now being done by lawyers, data processors, radiologists, customer service reps, factory workers. For some, AI will eventually make their jobs obsolete, just like carriage makers, telegraph operators, typewriter repairmen. They were phased out by progress. But as in the past, new technology is going to create more jobs than it takes away. Ignore the chatter about universal basic incomes and socialism. The people who are afraid can squawk about the sky falling all they want. But look, take it from me. I've been around the block with AI, and for better or for worse, I've been self-made, and AI is kicking off a global economic boom. And if you follow my AI investing blueprint, you could have the opportunity to change your own circumstances and enjoy new comfort, financial security, and independence.
But didn't you mention there are 2 AI investing traps that could stop someone from profiting from AI investing?
Absolutely. And look, I don't want the listeners to have to learn these things the hard way. So you need to make sure you don't stumble into the two AI investing traps. So here's AI trap number one. Ignore the, hey, look, Ma, we're AI now companies. So some companies are suddenly saying, oh, we're an AI company. Here's our AI products. But it's all BS. They're just saying it because they want to catch the hype. So those fakers will peak quickly and they will fall just as sharply. And if you're fooled, you'll take an expensive bath. It's happened before. I mean, do you know that an iced tea company once added blockchain to its name? It was like the blockchain iced tea company. They saw its share price shoot up by 380%.
An iced tea company? Really? When did that happen?
In 2017, the Long Island Iced Tea Corporation, they must have been drinking their own product because they changed their name to the Long Blockchain Corporation. And even though the company had nothing to do with blockchain technology, but still, blockchain was red hot in 2017. The stock price and trading volume both spiked.
I wonder how that ended up.
If I asked you to guess, you would know the answer. As quick as it went up, the stock nosedived, losing more than 99% of its value. 99% it became worthless.
I'm glad I wasn't left holding that turkey. That would have been a big mistake to make, right?
Me too, but a lot of people make those mistakes. And I'm not criticizing. People think that if they, latch onto these trends and these rages, they'll make a lot of money. But usually, 99% of the time, it's too late. The risk with the sheer size of this AI market that's being created, the risk of mistakes will be so much bigger. And of course, there are real AI companies that will experience tremendous growth. Maybe not as many companies as people think, but they are out there.
James, how do you separate the true AI innovators from the AI flavor of the month companies?
That's the whole challenge if you're not an AI expert. And I'll tell you how to do it in a second. But first, let me share the second AI investing trap to avoid. AI trap number 2 is getting bombed in the AI startup minefield. As you know, Frank, business startups are really the investor's holy grail because that's where you could buy in at the lowest possible price and anticipating Amazon-like earnings exploding ever after. That's the kind of scenario in which people's fortunes are changed forever. And sure enough, guess what? There are now more than 67,000 AI startups around the world begging for cash and tempting early investors with the promise of mega returns. Getting in early could feel like you just hit on the top gainers like Apple in 1980 or Tesla in 2010. But here is the scary reality. Almost all of these AI startups will crash and burn. Will Manidis, the CEO of AI-driven healthcare startup Science.io, said it well. There are hundreds of millions of dollars being deployed towards glorified tech demos. Literally, that's it. They just have a flashy, PowerPoint presentation. Hey, we're an AI company. Please invest in us. And investors are just like, oh, I've got to get into AI. They're pouring money in, and these companies are just going to go out of business. They're no good.
I read an even more pessimistic prediction from internet entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk. He recently said 99% of AI startups are going to fail.
Look, I know Gary well, and he's a great innovator, and he knows a lot about entrepreneurship, and I think he's probably not far off. Think about this, Frank. Almost all AI startups will go down in flames. First off, almost all startups go down in flames, but 10 times as many AI startups will be going down in flames, and their investors could be left holding worthless stock. You have to ask yourself, can you pick the 1% that will win big? To make money during the coming AI wealth boom, you'll need to safely navigate the startup minefield that I'm talking about, identifying the few AI startups who are actually innovating in the technology with a real plan, real financing, and real potential for growth. Instead, don't lose your investment cash to companies that talk a big game before going down in flames. And yes, I believe AI 2.0 is going to be the biggest money-making opportunity of the past 150 years and maybe the next 150 years. But if you don't know how to identify the right opportunities in which to invest, it could be disaster. You don't want to invest in the Long Island AI iced tea company. Instead, you have to hold the investing blueprint that I'm offering people, please don't spend $1 investing in AI until you've seen what I'm about to reveal. This is what you've been waiting for. You can get in on the $15.7 trillion AI market, investing in more speculative picks for as little as $144, or perhaps using the picks that I believe will take $10,000 to as much as $1 million over the next few years. Over the next few years, this is your chance to potentially build your own wealth and that of your children and your heirs. But as I told you a minute ago, to get in on the AI wealth window, you need to steer clear of those flavor of the month AI fakers. Avoid the 99% of AI startups that will crash and burn. Instead, you need to invest in those companies that will use AI profitably, delivering big gains, delivering new wealth and new benefits to society, but particularly new wealth to their shareholders.
James, I remember the same thing happened when the internet first started getting big. At first, everyone claimed to know the secret for harnessing its potential. Some of the loudest voices claimed to be experts, even though they didn't have a clue how the technology worked.
Oh my God, Frank, first off, in the mid-90s, this was my first company. I was building the websites for early internet companies. Plus, I was building the website. I built AmericanExpress.com, HBO.com, Time Warner. I built many. That was my first business that I successfully built up and sold. And so I saw nobody knew what they were doing. I mean, that's why I was being hired. I had no experience, and suddenly I had I didn't even want to start a company. It was by accident. Suddenly I was building the websites for AmericanExpress.com and making more money than I ever thought possible. But you know what happened next? .com stocks crashed, followed by wave after wave of bankruptcies. All those startup websites that I actually helped build, they all disappeared. They were like in the junkyards of the internet. And the same scenario could play out here. Companies are now starting to throw billions of dollars into AI. They are praying AI technology will improve their business or at least increase their stock price up a few bucks. Yes, the AI 2.0 wealth window is very real, but you need to identify the big winners. You need to identify where the real problems and bottlenecks are that AI companies are trying to solve, and understand that these are big billion or even trillion-dollar problems. And while all investing carries risk, the good thing is you don't need to be tech savvy to make money from AI. You don't even need to be an expert stock trader. That's the whole point. Not everyone should be an expert stock trader. Instead, you just have to buy shares of those companies that are set to dominate the space and stay far away from the loudmouths, the fakers, whatever, the Long Island AI companies of the world. These companies are over-promising results from technology they don't understand.
James, how can a regular person, a non-AI expert, know how to pick AI 2.0 winners?
That's exactly why I came here today. I've done the work for you. See, for the first time ever, I've taken my nearly 40 years experience with AI, 37 years to be specific, combined it with my track record of picking winning investments to select 10 real AI 2.0 stocks, the ones I believe are best positioned for monster returns. Today, I'm handing out copies of my brand new AI 2.0 portfolio to good people who deserve their second chance to invest in a breakthrough technology and who want in on the $15.7 trillion AI market boom during the coming AI 2.0 wealth window. And I'm talking about people like you who have taken the time, and I'm really grateful, to watch this full presentation. I'm going to show you how to get a personal copy of my AI 2.0 portfolio today. This way, I'm going to make investing in AI 2.0 so easy for you. You'll get the benefit of my nearly 40 years of AI experience combined with my unparalleled track record of picking winners.
James, just so our viewers know, are these companies you have a financial interest in? Do you benefit if someone invests in them?
That's a really good question, and I hope it goes without saying, but I don't have an ownership or management stake in any of these companies. To create my new complete AI 2.0 portfolio, my expert team and I independently handpicked only those companies we believe will be at the bleeding edge of the next generation of AI. And whether you choose to invest in any, all, or none of them, I do not benefit at all.
James, Will you give us an example of one of the companies you've discovered?
I'm going to do better than that, Frank. I'll give you 3. The first stock you'll find in my portfolio is a company that will power the next generation of AI. They're developing a new kind of ultra-powerful microchip for AI called quantum computing chips. They're made of components 1 million times smaller and far more powerful than conventional chips. These things will power the future of AI. Actually, though, they're going to power the future of our entire planet. And right now, I think their stock is still way undervalued. Okay, that's one. Here's another that you're going to get. We found a little-known company that's the world leader in natural language processing software. Basically, their powerful software can hear you, understand what you're saying, and then respond appropriately. And again, you've seen companies that have done a little of this. Of course, there's products like Alexa and Siri, but this is 10 times better and has so many use cases that are beyond the imagination. And this tech will be vital to the next generation of AI applications. Here's another. As I mentioned earlier, I predict Elon Musk's Optimus robots will become the greatest manufacturing innovation since Henry Ford invented the assembly line. And I think these humanoid robots and others like them will soon fill factories around the globe. But there's a problem. While new AI-brained manufacturing robots are busy building Teslas or whatever, who is making sure that they're not making mistakes? How could human supervisors watch hundreds or thousands of robots at once? They can't. That's why there's a company using genius AI technology and computer vision to observe assembly lines. It's the AI watching the AI. The advanced programming can monitor the entire manufacturing process and ensure all the robots are working perfectly.
I can easily see how these stocks could rocket up. Can you give us just one more sneak peek?
Okay, I've got a bonus pick just for you. I mentioned the new ultra-powerful microchips necessary to power this next generation AI. But there's a big problem. Most manufacturers have reached the absolute limit on the maximum transistors that they can fit on a chip. That stops them from making the more and more powerful chips that are necessary for AI 2.0 programs. But in my AI 2.0 portfolio, you'll get full details of one groundbreaking European company that has pioneered technology to pack many more transistors on a chip. This company uses extreme ultraviolet EUV light to burn new transistors into a chip. They're light years ahead of the competition. The company's name is ASML Holdings. Knock yourself out. They're based out of Amsterdam. The stock ticker is ASML. I told you, and I'd give you away one of my top AI picks. ASML Holdings is in my top 5. So there you have it, Frank.
Folks, to be sure, jot that down. Ticker ASML.
Don't worry if you don't. You really don't need to remember a thing because I've included every detail you need about this light years ahead AI chip maker and the company making robotic worker management tools and the company creating powerful AI voice recognition software and the company developing game-changing quantum microchips and all of my top 10 picks in my new AI investment portfolio. I've written them all up in a new report called the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 Blueprint. This report includes my entire AI 2.0 10-stock portfolio, and I'm going to send it to anyone watching today. My goal is to make sure you don't miss out on the coming AI boom. I'll tell you exactly how to claim your own copy in a moment.
James, this is a fantastic opportunity for anyone interested in getting in on the AI 2.0 wealth window before it closes on August 12, 2024. With the chance to turn $10,000 into $1 million in just a couple of years, can you tell us a little more about the report you want to send to our viewers today?
Yeah, sure. So the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 Blueprint is the result of my and my handpicked team's research into the future of AI. You'll get your own proprietary method for identifying the buy and hold stocks that we predict will have huge upside over the coming years. First, you'll get all 10 companies available now that show the indicators that I personally look for to indicate massive growth potential, including certain stocks the market is currently ignoring. Your report includes every detail you need, exactly how they're innovating in the AI 2.0 space, and why me and my handpicked team think they're poised for major gains. We even included the maximum stock price someone should pay. We put a lot of research hours and effort into building this, including only those stocks we see having the biggest potential for gains. Our goal is to make it so easy for you to get in on AI 2.0. And while, of course, there are no guarantees in investing and all investments carry risk, don't expect all 10 of my picks to be massive winners, although hopefully, and I think they could all be, over the coming months and years, your personal gains could be massive.
So, are you really going to send out something so valuable? I mean, what inspired you to do this, James?
Sure, that's an important question to ask, and I would ask that myself. So today, I'm going to send viewers my entire new report, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint. I'll explain how to RSVP for your own copy in a moment. For anyone wondering, why am I sending you my new AI 2.0 portfolio? Again, to be honest, I'm tired. Look, I've run a hedge fund. I've catered to the wealthy and the super wealthy. But I've also had a parallel career at the same time writing about investments and finance every step of the way. I've been a professional investor for over 20 years, and I've been a writer about investing for over 20 years. I've experienced both sides of this. This is not just helping the super wealthy. This is not how America was built. It feels like the game has become more and more rigged. I've seen it from every side. And while I come from a very modest background, I've used what I've learned about playing the market to make myself enough money that I'm good. I don't have to worry about this. And I'm ready. I want to give back. Like I've been writing about investing for 22 years. I wrote columns for the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, Forbes. I've written a bunch of books about investing. And I love building a community of like-minded investors, readers, listeners who also want to find freedom and security in their own lives. So I wrote the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint, especially for Americans who missed out on the crypto boom. The AI 2.0 wealth window is opening now, but it will close soon. And I urge you, don't let the opportunity to generate more retirement cash over the next few years pass you by.
James, you told us about 4 of your 10 AI 2.0 picks already, but what else will they get in your AI 2.0 report?
Those 4 were just the start of what they'll find inside, because I'm also including full details on little-known AI picks, like there's a company using new AI tools to revolutionize their clients' customer experience. This is like unbelievable stuff when you see it. And a software giant that's quietly on the leading edge of next-generation AI. There is so much more. You're getting 10 fully researched picks from me and my team. This is like a lot of filtering and analysis and phone calls and networking and connections, and again, just hardcore research. We have handpicked these for you.
So this is really exciting news, and I'm proud to be here with you sharing it with good Americans today. Will you show us how to claim a copy of your $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint?
Absolutely, but before I do, I have something else for everyone. So I promised you all a chance to feel like you got in on Apple or Amazon right at the beginning, when their stocks were trading for practically nothing, and before they took off like Patriot missiles, turning some early investors into millionaires. And of course, those were extraordinary winners and unlikely gains. You can't invest blindly in every small AI stock out there, but to find the true undiscovered gems, I look for companies with good financials and real opportunity. You want companies with clear direction and a solid pipeline, a patented technology that can be leased or purchased by larger players, and companies with leadership that have experience and relationships within the industry.
So finding these undiscovered AI gems sounds pretty challenging.
You're totally right, it is. That's why I did the work and compiled the research myself. If you want to take a chance on smaller companies, or microcaps, as traders call them, they have the potential for enormous growth. So here's what I did. You're going to get another report. It's called your $144 AI Jackpot. Read that report first. It's the second report I'm going to send you today. I'll show you how to claim both your reports in a moment. But here's what you're going to find inside your $144 AI Jackpot report. My team and I have identified 3 small microcap AI stocks that we think could one day dominate their industries. And if we're right, these stocks could potentially skyrocket in value, and you could get in with as little as a $144 investment. These are three well-run companies, all publicly traded, that Wall Street has all but ignored. You'll get every important detail on, for instance, an innovator in edge computing, which is technology that vastly speeds up data processing at what's called the edge. An innovator in quantum computing, another one, which could soon make current computers as relevant as the Ford Model T. And an innovator in online education that uses advanced AI to revolutionize how students will learn. This is an area I'm personally very excited about. And if you're comfortable taking more risk for the potential to reap more gains, open your $144 AI jackpot report as soon as it arrives, just a few minutes from now. And if we're right about these undiscovered gems, over the next few months and years, you could turn as little as $144 into substantial gains and feel like you got in on the ground floor before most people ever even hear about these companies. Again, once you read about these things on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, it's too late. You want to get in before. And these companies, they could potentially create some massive winners. Every detail you need, including the right price to pay for these undiscovered stocks, is in your own personal copy of your $144 AI jackpot, along with your copy of the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint. And you'll have both in just a few minutes, along with the, I have a third report. I have a final report I have for you.
Don't tell me there's more, right?
Frank, my philosophy is overpromise and then overdeliver. So I do have one more valuable report. The AI 2.0 revolution will create a huge uptick in tech mergers and acquisitions. That's just how these companies work. You see, the mega corporations out there, the Googles, the Amazons, the Facebooks, they're going to pay truckloads of money for any business that can give them an edge in the AI space. They always have a decision. Do we build the new technology or do we buy it? It's much faster for them and even cheaper often for them to buy. And if you buy into these smaller firms now, before the big household names come calling, you could stand to make a truckload of money for yourself over the next few years or more. Fact is, large tech companies must keep up with the latest AI advances, or they'll end up just getting left behind. Many will already find they're at a severe disadvantage, leaving only one option. Again, buyouts are the only way they'll cash up and even get ahead.
I get it. Compared to smaller companies, the big names have a harder time keeping up with technological advances.
That's right. The established players need to focus on their core businesses. They can't afford to devote piles of cash to projects that might not pan out. That's why large companies, they've got procedures, red tape, and bureaucracy that slows them down. Spending money carefully keeps shareholders happy, but it also stifles innovation. Small, nimble entrepreneurial teams have the opposite problem. If they want to grow, they must do something faster, better, or cheaper than everybody else, but they need the money. So innovation is the only thing that keeps them going. They either figure out how to stand out or they go out of business. And if their technology looks promising enough, the smaller company might receive a buyout offer.
Okay, that makes sense, James. It's often easier and cheaper for the bigger guys to take over the smaller competitors and add the acquired technology to their portfolio. The best way to innovate is often to buy your way in.
Exactly, Frank. Not to mention many tech giants, again, have huge piles of cash and investments they can use on an acquisition spree. Check out the liquid assets these giants have sitting in the bank. Google, $149.6 billion. Microsoft, $121.1 billion. Amazon, $66 billion. Apple, $166 billion. Meta, $59.7 billion. With that much cash at their disposal, these tech giants can get their hands on hot AI technology for almost zero risk. And here's the good news for us. When a buyout is announced, the smaller company's stock soars, and lucky investors greedily can count their winnings. The tricky part, of course, is knowing how to identify buyout targets before a deal is announced. That's because by the time the news comes out, it's already too late. The biggest profits will be long gone. That's why me and my team recently did something huge. We licensed software to create a proprietary indicator that predicts when a buyout announcement isn't just likely, but could be imminent.
Okay, that's a game changer. It's like an early warning system for acquisition and buyouts, right? I've never heard of anyone else having anything like this.
No one has what I call our buyout indicator, and that means you get the chance to get in before the big players. Not surprisingly, our indicator recently zeroed in on an AI company with explosive potential because it's sitting on AI technology for which industry giants will gladly pay a fortune. And even if this small company doesn't get a buyout offer, it has plenty of room to grow on its own. That leaves you two potential paths to big profits. I put everything you need to know about this buyout target in my new report, Cash In on AI Buyouts. I've made a career out of buyout deal after buyout deal. And along the way, I've seen lives transformed in a single day when these deals go through, including my own, when I sold 2 companies I built. So with firsthand experience under my belt, believe me when I say, a tidal wave of AI buyouts is coming. And with your report, Cash In on AI Buyouts, you'll have the chance to get in now before the buyout happens, giving you the potential for huge gains.
All right, James, correct me. If I'm understanding everything you're telling us, you want to send our viewers these 3 reports today. Report number 1, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint, including every detail on your portfolio of 10 AI 2.0 growth stocks. Report number 2, your $144 AI jackpot, including 3 undiscovered AI stocks that could potentially skyrocket in value over the next few years. And report number 3, Cash In on AI Buyouts, which uses your research and proprietary buyout software to identify a small AI company that could soon be acquired by a giant. That's an astonishing value. But how complicated are these reports? Do you need to be an experienced investor to make heads or tails of them?
Well, that's a very good question, and I think you already know the answer. All 3 reports are short, easy to read, and they're written in plain English. And again, yes, I've been a professional investor for over 2 decades, but I've also been a writer about investing for equally long time, and this is not the first rodeo I've attended writing these things. So these reports include every detail you need about each pick, exactly why we believe each stock has major upside, and even a target price at which to buy. Sure, if you've traded before, you'll know exactly what to do. But even if you haven't, and if you're unsure how to get going, you'll be pleased to know I'm also going to send you a 4th report. Report number 4 is called Altiture's Investing 101 Guide. This easy as pie guide shows you exactly how to invest in AI 2.0 or any stocks for that matter. It leads you step by step through the simple process of setting up an account, understanding all the terminology and jargon, and making your first trades. It doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter if you're tech savvy or not, or if you've never invested before. Nowadays, if you have a computer or a smartphone, it's dead easy to invest in stocks. And I predict you're going to be amazed at how simple it really is. There's nothing scary or confusing about it.
That's fantastic, James. If someone is a first timer, it's understandable how investing might be intimidating. I think your Altiture's Investing 101 guide is such a great idea.
Thanks, Frank. I mean, we think so as well, and it will show anyone everything you need to know. We take all the guesswork and confusion out of it. And I agree, it could be confusing if you get started the wrong way. So you can get started with confidence, though, with this report. Of course, and this is important, you don't need to do anything. You can claim all your reports today, read them, and do absolutely nothing if you choose. Or you can start off slow, invest just a little, $25, $60, $144. Or you can go big and invest more. The choice is always 100% yours. And again, I don't have a stake in the companies recommended in these reports. I don't benefit whether you invest or not. I simply want to help people get in on the $15.7 trillion AI 2.0 boom. They can take advantage now of this brief wealth window that's opening, and it closes on August 12th, 2024. I want to make sure you don't miss out this time. My suggestion is this: at least claim your 4 reports today. Read them cover to cover. Don't worry, we've kept them brief. Think about what you've learned, and then decide if you want to get in on the coming AI 2.0 boom. the choice really is yours.
James, in a moment, you'll show us exactly how to RSVP and claim all 4 reports today. Report number 1, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint, including every detail on your complete portfolio of 10 AI 2.0 growth stocks. Report number 2, your $144 AI jackpot, including 3 undiscovered AI stocks that could potentially skyrocket in value over the next few years. Report number 3, cash in on AI buyouts, which identifies a small AI company that could soon be acquired by a giant for huge gains, by the way. And report number 4, Altiture's Investing 101 guide, which shows you step by step how easy it is to get trading. Is that right?
That's exactly right, Frank. Right now, I have copies of all 4 reports set aside for you, and you can claim them now. Before I go, I have one final thing for you, and it's the most important of all. Earlier, I told you about America's Gilded Age, when new technology changed the face of our nation. Heck, it changed the face of the planet, and it turned some investors into the richest people on earth. Imagine if you were alive at that time and someone told you how to invest in steel, railroads, light bulbs, automobiles, etc. These were the miracles of those days. What if you could invest in real time right then when they were just getting going?
If you'd had access to that information, you could have gotten rich right along with Rockefeller and Vanderbilt.
I mean, a lot of people did. And Frank, what if I told you there's a way to get that kind of inside knowledge for America's new Gilded Age, the age of AI that's starting now? Everything you learned today, every one of my expert predictions about AI, every opinion about the trillions in AI investment opportunities available right now were first shared with a small community of Americans, the readers of my investment newsletter, Altiture's Investment Network. Altiture's Investment Network newsletter is designed to fulfill one simple goal: to help my readers achieve true financial freedom and independence. In every monthly issue, I tap into the skills I developed as a hedge fund manager, as a venture capitalist, as an entrepreneur, to reveal my secrets for how I've built true lifetime wealth. And I don't do this newsletter alone. I'm connected to the biggest players in Silicon Valley and Wall Street. That's allowed me to hand select the world's best team of investment experts and trading superstars. And it's why my newsletter is Altiture's Investment Network. Each issue connects readers directly to my network's wealth building expertise.
James, I know your Altiture's Investment Network newsletter is the secret weapon of thousands of smart Americans. Why do people find it so valuable?
Frank, every single month, my readers get specific strategies to capitalize on whatever the hottest investment trends are before they blow up. And I'm talking right now about AI 2.0, of course, but there are lucrative investment opportunities everywhere today if you know where to look. Biotech, genomics, cryptocurrency, cybersecurity, driverless cars. This is just the beginning. Right now, my team is closely watching emerging wealth-generating opportunities, and soon we'll be showing my readers what stocks to buy and for how much, because if they get in early on any of these trends and opportunities, they're going to enjoy real gains over the next few years. With Altiture's Investment Network, they have the tools to build a life of abundance and true financial well-being. Altiture's Investment Network is a personal guide to the wealth-building opportunities of this new Gilded Age. And in every issue, I share specific stock recommendations with every detail necessary to decide if it's the right investment opportunity. I advise my readers when to buy, when to sell, and I make it so easy to invest and win big.
Can you share a few of the investments you've picked for your readers?
I'd be happy to, Frank. I mean, it was through Altiture's Investment Network that my readers had the opportunity to make 627% on Bitcoin in 5 years. It was also through Altiture's Investment Network I advised my circle to buy ServiceNow, currently up 435% since 2018, and to get in on The Trade Desk, currently up 344% since 2019, and buy into AeroVironment, currently up 396% since 2017. Be honest with yourself. Are you seeing these kinds of returns anywhere else?
Certainly not, James. So readers of Altiture's Investment Network get your own specific stock recommendations?
Yeah, but that's not all. While our handpicked stock recommendations are the #1 benefit of Altucher's investment network, that's far from all it offers. You see, I also use each issue as a conversation with my most trusted friends. I consider my readers part of my inner circle, and I don't pull any punches. I share my uncensored analysis of the economy, warning my readers of potential storms on the horizon, as well as which sectors should see unexpected growth. I recommend books, articles, videos to help improve their investing. I also interview other successful investors for their unique insights and tips. I especially like to bring in investors who specialize in certain niche sectors, giving my readers an exclusive perspective on hot new markets. And of course, a dollar is a dollar, so I don't limit my writing to stock investments. My readers also get timely analysis of other strategies to make money, including certain business opportunities that can work as successful side hustles.
Wow. I can see why your Altucher's Investment Network newsletter is considered the wealth-building secret of so many Americans.
Frank, the bottom line is this. Altucher's Investment Network is a small community of Americans who are simply more informed, more successful, and, I like to believe, happier than most. And right now, I want to extend an invitation to you. I'd like you to join us. Become part of my inner circle of Altucher's Investment Network readers. Altucher's Investment Network is the perfect way to stay up to date on the opportunities in America's new Gilded Age. You'll get actionable details on all of the AI 2.0 investment opportunities that are open today and those that are still on the horizon, as well as other emerging markets and exciting new opportunities like opportunities in crypto, quantum computing, biotech, automation, cybersecurity, and so much more.
James, is Altucher's Investment Network for experienced, high-dollar investors only?
Not at all, Frank. To get the most out of Altucher's Investment Network, you don't have to be an expert investor or even know anything about technology. My hand-picked network of experts and I, we do the work for you. Every month, I sit down and write a new issue, packed with my world-class research and stock recommendations and analysis of the market and our economy. You'll know what I know, meaning you'll soon hold valuable knowledge, insights, and secrets. My monthly issues are unlike any other resource on the planet, but above all else, my goal with Altucher's Investment Network is to create financial security and wealth for you, your family, and your heirs over the coming weeks, months, and years. And when you become part of my inner circle today, only you will benefit from the insights from my nearly 40 years of experience in AI. Only you will be prepared for the coming AI 2.0 wealth window. Just say, yes, James, today to try out a 1-year subscription, and I'll immediately count you among my closest inner circle of Altucher's Investment Network readers.
James, if someone agrees to try out Altucher's Investment Network newsletter, what exactly will they get?
Great question. If you agree to give my wealth building newsletter a try today, you'll get all of this. Monthly newsletter issues with an in-depth take on today's biggest wealth building picks delivered to your inbox. Weekly email updates on our model portfolio and important movements in the market. Email alerts anytime we recommend you buy or sell a portfolio position. Or if you want, optional text message alerts when we send out actionable trade advice. Free special reports and exclusive updates to keep you ahead of the market. Unadvertised bonuses sent just to you. Free subscriptions to valuable daily e-letters like the Altucher Confidential, Technology Profits Daily, Paradigm Press Room's 5 Bullets, and the Paradigm Press Concierge. And of course, I'll immediately send you your free gifts. Free report number 1, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint, including every detail on my complete portfolio of 10 AI 2.0 growth stocks. Free report number 2, your $144 AI jackpot, including 3 undiscovered AI stocks that could potentially skyrocket in value over the next few years. Free report number 3, cash in on AI buyouts, which identifies a small AI company that could soon be acquired by a giant for huge gains. And free report number 4, Altucher's Investing 101 Guide, an easy, step-by-step how-to guide for the new investor. All your free reports are a gift from me, simply for saying yes to my invitation. and trying out my Altitudes Investment Network newsletter today. But make no mistake, your reports are truly a gift. All 4 of your reports are always yours to keep, even if you end up canceling your subscription and you take no risk at all.
Do you mind explaining what you mean by no risk?
Of course. I write Altitudes Investment Network to be your key to unlocking a life of financial security and, most importantly, independence. I do ask a small subscription fee to help cover my time and the expense of producing your newsletters. It's usually $299 for a year subscription, and I think that's more than fair. After all, just one good trade recommendation could potentially make you thousands over the next few years. But I told you today, I really want the AI 2.0 wealth window to be your second chance. I want to show you how to get in on the $15.7 trillion AI 2.0 boom market. That means I don't want money to be the reason you miss out. So I am cutting the price of a one-year subscription way, way down. In fact, today and only right here, I'm going to slash 84% off the regular price. I'm inviting you to join the Altitudes Investment Network Inner Circle for just $49 a year, a savings of $250.
If I understand what you're saying, that's just a few bucks an issue.
Yeah, I guess it's like $4 an issue.
For your latest insights and recommendations for getting in on AI 2.0 and dozens more wealth building secrets, not to mention 4 free reports and all the other wealth building subscriber benefits.
That's exactly right, Frank. But that is not all. If you subscribe today, I guarantee this, your price is never going to go up. No matter how long you choose to stay a subscriber, you'll be locked in at today's 84% savings, guaranteed. But I promise you would take no risk, and I mean it. When you get your reports and your first Altitudes Investment Network issues, read them all cover to cover. Maybe even start making some trades. Confirm that everything I've told you today pays off. Take your time. In fact, I want you to take up to a full 6 months to read and enjoy your Altitudes Investment Network issues. But if at any time during those first 6 months you feel that you're not getting everything that I've promised you, just reach out to my friendly team. We will refund every penny you've paid, no questions asked, and you get to keep all of these free gifts and every issue and bonus you've received thus far.
So let me repeat what I just heard. In a moment, viewers will have the opportunity to join your private inner circle of Altitudes Investment Network readers. When they do, you'll immediately send them their complete set of reports. Free report number 1, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint. Free report number 2, your $144 AI jackpot. Free report number 3, cash in on AI buyouts. Free report number 4, Altitudes Investing 101 guide. But if they're not satisfied for any reason, they can cancel within the first 6 months for a full refund. And they keep everything, including all 4 reports.
That's exactly it, Frank. And in fact, all 4 reports will arrive in your inbox within minutes of subscribing today. Then you'll start receiving your private monthly issues as I write them. I just wrote a new issue yesterday. And when they hit your inbox, I encourage you to read them right away because some of the best investment opportunities are time sensitive. And if you choose to invest, make sure the value you're getting far exceeds your discounted subscription fee. Make sure you're enjoying real profits from the little-known tech and emerging market investment opportunities I recommend. And make sure you just feel smarter, more secure, and wealthier than you did before you subscribed. Take up to 6 months to decide. But if during those 6 months you feel that Altitudes Investment Network hasn't made you at least 10 times what you paid, I want you to cancel for a full and complete refund, and you keep all 4 free reports. Every one of your received issues and all your bonus reports and emails, no matter what. Even if you cancel for a full refund, no questions asked, no fine print. That's the only way I do business, and I hope that that all feels fair to you.
It feels a lot more than fair to me, James. I mean, you're taking all the risk.
That's true, Frank, and I'm taking the risk because I'm confident you'll find Altucher's Investment Network to be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Plus, with the 84% discount and with August 12th coming quickly, getting in today is a no-brainer because there's zero risk to you. Altucher's Investment Network is for Americans who appreciate the uncensored truth and who want to get in on the $15.7 trillion AI boom. I believe you're my kind of person. I believe over the next months and years, you're going to profit during the coming AI wealth window. And I believe you'll never again allow someone else to snatch up the rewards that you deserve. So are you ready to join my wealth building community? If you subscribe now, you'll lock in your 84% discount and you still have time to get in early. That's the beauty of this. Before the wealth window slams shut on August 12th, 2024, because the fun stops then.
Why August 12th?
August 12th is the first day of the AI4 conference in Las Vegas. AI4 is the world's largest gathering of artificial intelligence business leaders. That means every major AI company on earth will be there to reveal their latest breakthroughs. Thousands of tech executives, business reporters, investors, and the public will attend. My contacts are telling me this year, AI 2.0 is going to be front and center. Once that happens, the AI 2.0 cat will be out of the bag. And I fully expect an investing frenzy to follow. There will be opportunities after that date, but there's going to be so many opportunities right then and there on that date. And I'll reveal them all in your monthly's Altucher's Investment Network issues. But if you want to get in early, and I strongly recommend that you do, please do not wait. Make sure you're invested in my top picks before the window closes on August 12th. Today, I've given you everything you need to help make this happen. Your freedom and security, I really think right now they're waiting, and you won't get another chance like this one.
James, today you made 3 bold predictions. 1, how the experts are getting it all wrong about today's trendy AI programs. 2, how AI 2.0 is the next wave of AI innovation, and it's available now. 3, how if you follow the AI investment blueprint you have for us today, you can target small breakthrough companies for as little as $144 and potentially turn $10,000 into $1 million over the next few years by getting in on the AI wealth window opening now and closing August 12th. The way I see it, anyone listening knows all this now, and you can't unlearn what you know.
Exactly, Frank. And this leaves you with 2 options. And by the way, either option is fine. No hard feelings either way. Option 1 is this. You can do nothing. You can decide to not follow these suggestions and watch this AI 2.0 boom happen, and maybe someday in the future there will be other opportunities. Or you can take what you've learned just from this presentation and try to figure out what stocks we're talking about, whatever it is. Or you can choose option number 2. You'll say yes today to this one-time opportunity. You'll claim all 4 of your free reports. You can get this minutes from now. They'll arrive in your inbox right away. You'll learn exactly how to get in on the AI wealth window. You'll follow the recommendations of me and my hand-picked experts, and you'll never regret allowing this final wealth-building opportunity to pass you by. By getting this far, I know you're a person of action. You're not going to miss out again. So are you ready to take your first step into a life of knowledge, security, and the potential for true generational wealth? If so, good, because it's time to RSVP for all of your free gifts, including, by the way, the bonus gift that I've been saving for you.
A bonus gift? I mean, all of that and now a bonus gift.
I told you, overpromise and overdeliver is my motto. So, Frank, I understand that not everyone can invest thousands in the market. And of course, you can always start small. But there's another way to make money off of AI. That's why I'm also going to send every new subscriber today a bonus report that I've been saving for you. It's called, I'm really excited by this, by the way. It's called 5 Secret AI income generators, and it shows you how you can make easy income from AI without investing a penny. And I'm completely serious. Inside this report, you're going to learn 5 innovative ways to use AI to generate weekly or monthly income without investing. I've never offered this kind of report before. I've never offered these 5 secrets to anyone before, but I've kept you all here for a while now. I want you to benefit no matter what. I'm not going to go into everything your new income report contains. Just give Altucher's Investment Network a risk-free try today, and it will be in your inbox just a few minutes from now. And then you can discover all 5 secret AI income generators, whether you want to just pad your monthly income a little or potentially make real money off of AI. Your free bonus report is a quick read, but I think you'll find these AI income strategies so fascinating you're going to want to try them, and it's extremely valuable.
That sounds really valuable.
Look, it's so that I'm insisting my kids get this, so that's how valuable I think this is.
Well, that's valuable even for folks who aren't sure about investing. They can still use AI to generate income.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've been following along closely, so let me try to quickly summarize everything new subscribers are getting today. When you agree to try a risk-free subscription to Altucher's Investment Network today, you'll immediately get your 5 free gifts. Free report number 1, the $10,000 to $1 million AI 2.0 blueprint, including every detail on James's complete portfolio of AI 2.0 growth stocks. Free report number 2, your $144 AI jackpot, including 3 undiscovered AI stocks that could potentially skyrocket in value over the next few years. Free report number 3, cash in on AI buyouts, which identifies a small AI company that could soon be acquired by a giant for huge gains. Free report number 4, Altucher's Investing 101 guide, which leads newbies step by step through the simple process of investing. And your bonus free report number 5, 5 secret AI income generators, showing you 5 ways to generate new monthly income from AI without investing. And of course, you'll get all the exclusive subscriber benefits James mentioned, including weekly email updates on his model portfolio and important movements in the market, email alerts anytime James recommends you buy or sell a portfolio position, optional text message alerts when he sends out actionable trade advice, free special reports and exclusive updates to keep you ahead of the market, unadvertised bonuses sent just to you, free subscriptions to 4 valuable daily e-letters, Altucher Confidential, Technology Profits Daily, Paradigm Press Room's 5 Bullets, and Paradigm Press Concierge. And of course, you'll get each Altucher's Investment Network monthly issue as James writes it.
You got it, Frank. And remember, it was through my newsletter my readers learned how to get in on our best open gains of 396% since 2017, 435% since 2018, 344% since 2019, and the top close gain of 627% in 5 years and more.
Those gains alone make the discounted $49 annual subscription price seem like a bargain of the century to me.
Which reminds me, you're locking in today's 84% price discount for as long as you choose to stay with me. Look below this presentation now. You're going to see a button that says Next Step. That means it's time to decide. Will you claim your 5 free wealth building reports, get in on the $15.7 trillion AI 2.0 market, be one of the smart ones who takes advantage of this last chance wealth window and never again regret being left out in the cold? Or will you let someone else potentially take your place? August 12th is coming quickly. Look, there's a limited number of new subscribers I can accept today, and this special 84% discount offer, I can't offer that forever, so please accept my invitation now. Are you ready? Ready to get in on a $15.7 trillion AI 2.0 boom using my insights and recommendations? Because that's what you'll get today in your Altucher's Investment Network subscription and your 5 free reports. You never take any risk in this. Go ahead and press the Next Step button now. When you do, you'll be taken to a secure, encrypted reservation page, and there you can tell me exactly where to send your free reports. You'll have all 5 in just a few minutes. Remember, again, there's no risk to you. You can cancel for a full refund anytime in the first 6 months. And you keep your Altitudes Investment Network issues, you keep all 5 reports, even if you claim a full refund. Press the button below now, and I'll meet you on the other side.
Thank you for spending this time with us today, James.
It was an absolute pleasure, Frank. And again, to get everything we talked about today, press the button below now to claim your 5 free wealth building reports.